Alright guys, it's August 20th today. We are still chowing on Durum. Just gonna dump here. Looking right into that sun. It's about 7 p.m. and we are back at the farm. We're actually on my home quarter. Probably my favorite quarter down here. My first quarter. And the quarter that probably gets treated the best. It gets all of it. If I'm ever in any question when it comes to fertilizer or fungicide or micros or anything, it gets all of it. You're good. Thanks. We have a beautiful stand of Durum here. Unfortunately, it is painting orange and we are in the 20s. But we have a 40 bushel stand. You can't see it. Maybe we'll get out and look at it. But we're leaving like 12 to 16 inches of stubble. And the last few years, we haven't even had crops that high. So I'm super thankful that we are actually cutting something down at the South Farm. We were this close from having a 50 bushel crop across the board. That close. We just needed one rain. One rain in July. That's all we needed. Speaking of rain, we probably got around 6 inches or so right at this location. All that rain, well, I shouldn't say all of it, but the majority, we'll say 4 to 5 inches of that rain came during May and June. And this was a thick, lush crop, you guys. It was like knee height in the flag. You can still see some of the leaves in the rows, which is a really good sign. Yeah, we're just super thankful that we actually have something to cut here. But it did get hot in July, as you know, and this is a common theme down here, but it burnt us worse than normal. And the reason why it burnt us worse than normal is because we had all that rain. We were getting rain like every other day. Like we were just getting 10th here, 10th there, 10th here. It was like a garden. It was like a greenhouse, you guys. And then all of a sudden summer hit with a bang, and it got hot, it got windy. Typical July, that's nothing new. And our crop was not rooted. It had a very easy life. It was a princess crop. And not just ours, but this whole country, like whole Southwest. Great big areas cutting very thin, light crops. Now, we did weigh this crop. We have been bushel weighing just about every field we've been taking off, and it weighs anywhere between 56 to 58 pounds Durum. That is terrible. That's almost like a 5 feed quality weight. That's what that is. It looks good. Like the color of it's good. It's super high protein, which they're not going to pay on this year because everyone's going to have protein. It's like 16.5 protein or some crazy thing. Maybe it's 16.8 protein. Really high protein. But it's super light. We need like 62 pounds to make a 1 or something like that, and like 60 pounds to make a 2, or maybe 61 pounds to make a 2. I'd have to look. There's an actual chart for all this. Anything below, I think it's like a 57 or something, is a 5, which we are below that. So that's not great. So we're getting some bushels, but they are not worth much. So that is not awesome. Shouldn't be painting orange. Nope. Nope. It's not great. That is not great. Obviously, I'm very closed up. I have no choice but to be closed up because All this stuff is baked in the head. I've said that in the past. I've said that before. And we're having a lot of trouble thrashing it. And yes, we do have filler plates in with blade tops and concaves to grind her up a little bit more. Really, the fields are really nice and clean. We did a really good job keeping them clean. We grew a lot of straw this year, which is good for organic matter, so there is always positives. Just gotta get my line here. I think this is the one I want. We'll stop here and take a look at some of this stuff. Maybe we get down to the other end. That is the farmyard. We're gonna wrap this quarter up here, and then we're gonna head down south. Down south being another 6 miles south or so. We're gonna hop on another section, and we'll be there for a day or so. We do have 3 combines going. I shouldn't say we've always had 3 combines going. That is definitely not true. But lately, these last couple of days, we've definitely had 3 combines going. We have been cutting for 20 days. We started August 1st. We could have started a couple days into July. I still have yet to get all 3 of my combines going at the same time. We are running a loaner combine over there. Timon's running that loaner. This one's mine. This one's mine. My other combine's been broke down for pretty much the whole season. And if that one wasn't broke down, then that one was broke down. And if those 2 weren't broke down, then this one was broke down. There's always something been broke down. The loaner has been pretty bulletproof so far. It's been just going up and down the field. It's just been my 3 combines. I've yet to ever have all 3 of those combines going at the same time. Obviously, these are 790s. We are rocking the hinge draper 45 foot flex. Integrated transports, which I wouldn't get again. That's Luke in that combine. He's a new guy. You guys wouldn't know him. You guys would probably know Timon. He's in the loaner combine. He's been coming to do some combine with me every year here for the past couple. So we're skipping passes if you're wondering what we're doing. Luke and I were we're not line sharing. We just grab each other's line. It's not that hard to do. We save a lot of money. Line sharing is an unlock. It's a cash grab. So is mapping, also a cash grab. If you can't tell what the other guy has done out here, what he's cut, then you probably shouldn't be combining. Well, there has been a few years, these last few, I guess you can't hardly tell what we've combined to what was standing, so there's that. There is that argument. Oh man, we got Edward there he's our Brit. We got him running the grain cart. He's also new, you would know him. We needed a Lee replacement. Oh man. Most of these guys are just here for the harvest seasonal. Looks way more than a 23 or 22 bushel crop. This looks this is an amazing stand. Like we're actually leaving stubble out here. This is awesome. Oh, what the heck was that? Oh, that was the quarter line. Right. Like it just looks so good. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. I was like, this just looks awesome. Like we gotta be cutting some bushels here. Oh, come on. Give me some 30. If you're wondering why Timon isn't jumping with us, is because he has a 40-foot head. Beggars couldn't be choosers when it comes to a loaner combine. And we always dump one way. We always dump going into the wind. I never take that tractor through dust. It also never goes over 13 miles an hour. And so the wind is coming out of the west. So then we skip this pass coming this way, so that way we can turn around and dump going into the wind. There is typically a method to our madness. Here, let's just jump out here and take a look at this stuff. If you're wondering why it jumped green, it's because I stopped. You can fool these mass flow sensors very easily by just slowing down a little bit too quick or stopping, and then all of a sudden it thinks that, you know, your crop is going awesome. Okay, we gotta wait. I haven't disconnected the horns on these ones yet. Okay. Oh, it's dusty. Look at this stand, you guys. This is awesome. This is normally what our cereal stubble's been doing these last few years. That is a dream crop. This is waist height. And it's crazy to think that this stand is only doing 25 bushel. Is that not insanity? That's crazy. That should be doing 40 to 50 bushel all day long, every day. It's thick, it's even, it just didn't fill. Look at this stubble that we're cutting here. It's awesome. You can still see some of the leaves. We had so much potential, you guys. So much potential. Now, we have cut some fields that don't even have this good of a stand, all right? This is some of the best stand that we've cut. This had around that 6 inches or so of rain throughout the growing season. Well, most of that was May, June. Well, just about all of that was May, June. But this is an awesome stand. Let's go look at the sample here real quick before we get dusted out by Luke. All right. See how some of them are dented in, like indented? They're really shrunk up, shriveled up. Look at that. Unfortunately, guys, a couple cracks. But all in all, like, look how tiny some of these guys are. Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy. What's that? That's a brown rice. This is basically brown rice. That's the problem. We need 62 plus. At minimum 60. Minimum 60 pounds. We're nowhere near that. So, we're really hoping that our later half of the Durum will, I don't know, weigh more. I don't think it's going to yield anymore. It got really burnt up in that heat. Worse than this. We don't even have that nice of a stand in our later stuff. I know. Anyways, we might have to try clean out some of the smallest brown rice. Try bring up some of the weight. It's imperative that we get our weight up, because we don't really want to sell a feed. Okay, let's not get dusted out here. Ah! Wow. This is supper. Cooking up some supper. I don't know what Ashton's got in here. Let's just take a peek. This is a surprise. Ooh. I don't even know what it is, but it looks good. Actually, we actually have to get going here. The reason why, because I'm going to be in his way when he does his turn. Okay, let's go. Oh, how'd that get turned off? There we go. Look at that stand around that slough. Like, this is awesome. I am just so excited to cut this, you know? It's like a dream come true. Whoops. I hit my record off button when I meant to hit header up. That's how confused I am out here. Won't be long and we're gonna get these combines into that grass that I direct seeded into. You guys remember that? Probably don't, but I did nearly broke my drill in half, but by golly George, we got her done. I do not have high hopes for it, but we'll see. Okay, guys. You guys get the idea. We're gonna have to run north pretty soon to get figure out what our crop's doing up there. Gotta be getting close to spraying or swathing. Clean that up next pass and that side.
Going 3 mile an hour there, Ed. Ed. Nice work.
It is going to be coming for us here soon. All right, guys. I know I've said that a couple times. I'll catch you on the flippers. So happy to finally cut something. Even if it isn't yielding what we hoped. It's still yielding better than it did last year. Alright, I'll catch you on the flipper. Adios.